And howdy, folks. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. It is June 18th. I think we got less than a week or two before the 4th of July. The Bolsheviks are trying to take over the country, so I'm not worried. I live in California, and if they do, well, a couple of places in the United States will have a nuclear event. So I'm not too worried. Not nuclear war. I keep telling people this. Alright? Remain calm. Don't panic. People in England, if you live in Wales, you're in the perfect spot. Just don't be too close to a military site. You want to get an empty liter bottle of soda and pack it with either short grain or long grain rice, whatever you like, jasmine, whatever. And that will supply you with rice for about 2 weeks for a single person. If you add same bottle, but you put in lentils. You have lentils and rice ready to go, and probably 21 days worth of canned foods. Now that's for Julianne West living in Wales. Take some good shots. Okay? A lot of people ask me all sorts of questions. End of the world, what kind of weapons, non-firing weapons, and I get a lot of stupid answers. You watch a lot of bad TV. Okay? Uncle Alan does martial arts. Like this morning, I had students, I brought up the question, what do you do with a spear? And what I did is knock about 17 of them down to the ground. A spear is not a throwing weapon. Okay? Too many bad TV shows and movies. It is a thrusting weapon. It is a blocking weapon. It is a parrying weapon. If you know what you're doing with a yare or a spear, Japanese spear, you can beat the living hell out of anybody. Guy with a machete? Fine. You have 60 inches with a normal spear. 61 or 62 inches. Versus the 24 to 18 inches of a sharpened machete blade or a small sword. Okay? What you do is you strike at the hand and then you thrust. And I've seen some real nice ones in diagrams of the old martial arts where they knock the sword out of the guy's hand and they and lift. Okay? You get gutted by a spear. Alright? British Army did the same thing with their bayonet training. Thrust and lift. Like pitching hay. Okay? They don't want long blades. Japanese. The British use long blades because they're redcoats and they're crazy, and they used to have that triangle blade, and in World War I they had the knife blade, which the Japanese copied. Works wonder unless you're at the wrong end of it. 17 inches of cold steel plus 54-inch rifle. Okay? You don't throw the rifle in the bayonet at the person. I keep telling this to people, that's a lot of bad movies. Okay, same thing with the spear. Don't throw it. Alright? Second thing, reuse these bottles. Bottle of rice, bottle of lentils. Not rocket science, fairly easy. And then you pick out 21 days of your favorite canned food stuff. But I have MREs and freeze-dried foods. Then you probably need a lot of these. I'm keeping this short because I'm enjoying the summer. I have the firefly video out. Got the little doggy right there. And like I said, don't panic. Alright? Me and my friends are planning to do a lot of things around the 4th of July. We're going to sit back, watch the market, pick up this and that, and probably go golfing. Okay? We live in a nice red area. We don't live in a blue area or a purple area. Where people, if they sound weird, well, you have to re-educate them really carefully. Tell them that everything they know is a lie. And that doesn't work really good with this. Okay? And I tell a lot of people, don't worry. Now, Mosaic Prepper Mosaic Homestead did the right thing, because 80% of the stuff that goes to Puerto Rico comes from the mainland. And right now, Cuba and call it Venezuela did some weird stuff down there. They have a large naval station. If that gets nuked, I don't think Puerto Rico wants to be free, because you lose all your benefits and you be under a socialistic dictatorship. That'll be fun. Remember the killing field? Papaloy. I keep telling that to people, and they always laugh and run around their Speedos and go to the beach, and I'm like, bye. Been watching my favorite Ben Affleck movie, The Accountant. You should watch that. That was a pretty good movie. Alright folks, I'll be back in a few minutes. I got a couple book reviews. I finally found I lost it in a fire, but now I found a replacement for it. Mine was mint condition. This is kind of beat up and old, but it still shows you the thing. So I'll catch you there. You have a nice day. God bless and good luck. Bye now. Where's that button?